Imagine a moment when the world goes quiet, and then suddenly a surge of energy courses through your body. In that split second, before you even have a chance to think, your heart begins to respond to fear. Today we're about to embark on an exploration of how fear hits the heart first, a journey into the hidden realm where your body reacts even before your mind catches on. At first glance, this might seem like magic, a mysterious, instantaneous reaction that defies explanation. However, what you're about to learn is rooted in evolution, biology, and psychology. You see, the human heart doesn't merely pump blood, it's an active participant in your survival story, ensuring that every beat supports the body in times of stress and danger. Historically, our ancestors faced threats that required immediate action. Whether it was escaping from a predator or responding to a natural disaster, their bodies had to act fast. This is where the fight or flight response comes into play. Before you even consciously recognize a threat, your body's alarm system kicks in. This alarm system is powered by the autonomic nervous system, which silently and swiftly signals your heart to react. Let's break it down. When you sense fear, even if it's just a fleeting shadow in your peripheral vision, a tiny network of cells and nerves gets to work. These cells reside in an area deep within the brain, responsible for detecting any sign of danger. Almost like a sensor, they send rapid alerts to the rest of your body. The first point of contact in this chain reaction isn't your brain's higher reasoning centers. No, it's the heart itself that begins to react immediately. In practical terms, before your mind fully registers why you feel that rising panic, your heart rate has already accelerated. This rapid beating is not accidental, it's an evolutionary masterpiece designed to prepare you for immediate action. Scientists refer to this as a premature physiological response. It is the body's call to arms, preparing to either face the danger head-on or to flee swiftly. Think back to a time when every threat had to be met with urgency. In ancient times, the survival of our species depended on this split-second decision-making. Today, while physical dangers may be less common, the same heart-fearing patterns persist. Your body still responds with that familiar surge of adrenaline and rapid heartbeat when confronted with stress, anxiety, or fear, be it a startling noise, an unexpected event, or even a spine-chilling thought. You might wonder, how does this process work? First, your senses capture a potential threat. Whether it's something you see or hear, your body analyzes the stimulus in a fraction of a second. This analysis happens through pathways that bypass lengthy thought processes. It is what scientists call non-conscious processing. Just as you instinctively brace yourself when a loose floorboard creaks in a quiet house, your heart reacts as if it were an old friend alerting you to danger. When that initial trigger takes place, a chemical cascade ensues. Hormones like adrenaline and noradrenaline are released almost immediately into your bloodstream. They rush to your heart, causing it to pump faster. This increase in heart rate is the body's way of ensuring that oxygenated blood reaches your muscles quickly. It's like switching on more lights in a dark room. You suddenly have everything you need to move swiftly. This reaction is so automatic that it happens even before you can say what's going on. It is a testament to the efficiency of the human body, one that has been honed over millennia of surviving in hostile environments. Even though modern-day fears rarely involve wild animals chasing us through the forest, our hearts continue to beat faster when faced with stressors like public speaking, tight deadlines, or even eerie coincidences in the dark. In both scenarios, the heart plays an indispensable role. For the ancient warrior, a rapid heartbeat was the difference between life and death. Today, while no one is dodging arrows at a moment's notice, the physiological response remains the same. Your heart acts as an early warning system, pushing you to be alert and ready to act, sometimes even when you don't know what the threat is. It's important to note that this early reaction isn't simply a reaction to physical stimuli. Our emotional perceptions are built on the very same mechanisms. When you watch a suspenseful movie or hear a sudden loud noise, your heart reacts before you fully process the fear. This phenomenon is explained by what experts refer to as pre-conscious emotional processing. Here, the heart outpaces your mind, igniting a burst of energy that primes you for whatever comes next. This distinction between heart and mind is fascinating. The heart's immediate response is not the result of deep thought or reasoning. It's an instinct that predates language and complex reasoning. When fear strikes, your heart is the first to feel it, long before your brain is even aware. Understanding this can change the way you approach your feelings. Recognizing that a heightened heartbeat is natural can help you manage anxiety. When you're aware that your body is simply following an ancient blueprint, it becomes easier to work with your natural reactions rather than fighting against them. So what can you do when you notice that your heart is racing, even when you feel uncertain about the cause? First, take a moment to acknowledge that your heart is simply acting as it should. This knowledge is empowering. It means you have the opportunity to pause and let your mind catch up with your body. Simple strategies, such as deep breathing or mindfulness, can help slow down your heart rate and give your conscious mind time to process the situation. Now, let's envision a practical scenario. You're in a quiet room, and a sudden noise startles you. Perhaps a door creaks unexpectedly. Even before you're aware of the source of the noise, your heart begins to beat a little faster. In that blink of an eye, your body decides something might be wrong here. This is your body's way of preparing you for action, ensuring that you are ready to respond swiftly if the situation demands it. During this moment, your body is balancing on a tightrope between its instinctual response and the rational analysis that follows. The first part of the dance is purely instinctual. Your heart spikes, your muscles tense, and a surge of energy floods your system. In a matter of milliseconds, your subconscious has already begun planning potential responses: fight, flight, or freeze, even before you can articulate what you feel. This automatic response is not something to be afraid of. Rather, it's a clear sign of how intricately connected our bodies are to our environment. It reminds us that we are living, breathing organisms with survival mechanisms that have evolved for a reason. Through understanding these natural responses, you can learn to harness them. Instead of letting the fear take over, you can acknowledge it, manage it, and even use it as a tool to sharpen your focus when needed. Now you might be thinking, how do I translate this understanding into something practical in my everyday life? Consider these simple steps. When you find yourself in a situation where your heart begins to race unexpectedly, pause for a moment. Notice the physical sensations, the pounding in your chest, the rush of adrenaline, and allow them to pass. Recognize these as signals from an ancient system doing its job. By taking a short break, you invite your brain to join in, evaluate the threat, and help you decide on the best course of action. Often it can be helpful to mentally label the sensation. Say to yourself, "This is my heart reacting to fear." Such simple acknowledgement creates a small pause, a gap where reasoning can step in. With mindful awareness, you can prevent this natural response from spiraling into overwhelming anxiety. Instead, you channel the energy into something constructive. Whether it's a burst of creativity, a moment of introspection, or a push to gently alert those around you of your state of mind. Behind every accelerated heartbeat lies a story written over thousands of years, a narrative of survival, instinct, and biological efficiency. The heart does not choose when to race or when to slow down. It simply follows a blueprint crafted by evolution. Modern science continues to unveil how these responses, once vital for our ancestors facing life or death challenges, now serve as reminders of our inherent connection to the natural world. In today's fast-paced world, understanding this interplay between heart and fear can be empowering. Every heartbeat is not just a measure of time passing, it's a signal, a flash of life that connects you with millions of generations that came before you. It is the physical echo of every moment when humanity was challenged to survive and ultimately to thrive. Imagine a moment of crisis. Your heart races, your senses heighten, and before your brain has fully registered the danger, your body jumps into action. Whether you're in a crowded room, facing a sudden challenge at work, or caught in a stormy night, the early surge of your heartbeat is your body's way of saying, "I'm in control." And while your heart is first on the scene, it works seamlessly with the rest of your system to make sure you are prepared for the next move. This relay, starting with the heart and continuing with the brain, is a silent conversation occurring within you every day. Acknowledge that conversation. Listen to the messages carried with every pulse. When you become aware of this internal dialogue, you gain a deeper understanding of your emotions. This understanding is a doorway to mastering both your anxiety and your excitement, to transforming a racing heartbeat from a sign of panic into a source of strength. For those learning how to manage stress and fear, the key is to respect your body's instantaneous signals and to take proactive measures. Instead of fighting your experience, consider it a natural response, a fascinating relic of our evolutionary journey that still serves a purpose. By recognizing that your heart is programmed to act in the face of fear, you can work to calm the mind without suppressing the body's innate drive to protect you. So, as you continue on your journey through life, remember that a racing heart in moments of fear is not a problem, but rather a prompt to connect with your inner strength, to pause, assess, and then move forward with deliberate action. This is your body in harmony with nature's deep, unfailing wisdom. The next time you feel that sudden quickening of the heartbeat, pause for a breath. See it as an offer from your body to alert you, to remind you of your resilience and potential. There is beauty in this automatic choreography of life, a choreography that has kept us safe, aware, and ready for whatever the world throws at us. As you watch these moments unfold, Take note of the symphony of heartbeats that plays quietly beneath every emotion, every decision, every action. The heart doesn't just react, it communicates. It tells the story of your deepest instincts and your unwavering drive to survive and thrive in a world full of unexpected twists and turns. In the grand narrative of human life, fear and the heart's response play leading roles. They are partners formed in the crucible of evolution, showing us that even when confronted with the unknown, you are equipped with tools honed over millennia. Embrace this system, learn from it, and when you understand that your heart is the first to respond to fear, acting as a sentinel in the dark, you can begin to cultivate a life that moves in harmony with both instinct and thought. Remember, within every pulse, there lies a lesson, a reminder that life's rapid moments of fear can give way to calm, measured decisions when you have both the heart and the mind working together. It's a beautiful partnership, your heart with its primal wisdom and your mind with its reflective capacity, co-authoring the story of your life in real time. In closing, think of each heartbeat as an invitation to understand yourself a little better. Recognize that a spike in your heart's rhythm when fear touches your being is not a flaw, but rather an asset, a vital dynamic force designed to keep you alert, poised, and ultimately safe. As you leave this moment of reflection, carry with you the image of that racing heartbeat, not as a symbol of distress, but as a striking reminder that you are alive, you are protected, and you are ready to face the world. Step forward into your day with the awareness that every heartbeat is a story of resilience. When fear taps on your door, let your heart beat steady. Let it energize you to act wisely, and let it remind you of the timeless rhythm of life. In that moment of swift, profound reaction, there is a bridge between the ancient past and your modern experience, a bridge built by the race of your heart and the courage within you. Today, let curiosity replace caution. Allow the marvel of your heart's swift response to be a guide to deeper self-connection. In every surge of fear, find the spark to ignite your inner flame. And as you navigate life's unpredictable currents, remember that your heart, ever faithful and fast, remains your first line of defense, your earliest messenger, and the embodiment of the wild, enduring spirit that lies within you. May you embrace every beat, for it is in those moments of rapid change that you truly come alive, ready to transform fear into the fuel for hope, action, and a journey filled with wonder. Thank you for joining this exploration into the dance of heart and fear, a journey that reveals how instinct and emotion entwine to safeguard not just your body, but the very essence of your being. In closing, think of each heartbeat as an invitation to understand yourself a little better. Recognize that a spike in your heart's rhythm when fear touches your being is not a flaw, but rather an asset, a vital dynamic force designed to keep you alert, poised, and ultimately safe. As you leave this moment of reflection, carry with you the image of that racing heartbeat, not as a symbol of distress, but as a striking reminder that you are alive, you are protected, and you are ready to face the world.